Hello everyone, I'm Kamaljeet here, a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and I'm talking about temporary resident permit today. TRP is a document that authorizes a person to enter Canada when they're inadmissible. So if you are here for the first time, do subscribe to my channel. I will be sharing videos related to Canadian immigration from time to time. And do like and share my videos as well. Thank you. So coming back to TRP, it is a document, as I shared, that it is a document that authorizes a person who is inadmissible to Canada or does not meet the requirements of the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act or regulations as a temporary resident or as a permanent resident to enter or remain in Canada. So you are able to come, a person who is inadmissible is able to come to Canada on the basis of a valid approved TRP document. Persons who are not Canadian citizens or permanent residents may be authorized to enter Canada as temporary residents, including TRP holders. This means that holders of a valid temporary resident permit, you and each one of your family members have a temporary resident status for a limited period of time in Canada. It means you're able to stay for a limited period of time. There could be some circumstances, compelling circumstances as to why you need to be in Canada. So you will get that time to stay here. Another thing that is important to understand is, one person may get a work permit or a study permit or a temporary resident visa to come to Canada. Either of these is not a temporary resident permit. These documents are clearly marked as visas or work and study permits. You are not a temporary resident permit holder unless you are inadmissible. So it means to get a temporary resident permit to qualify, you have to be inadmissible in the first place. So, and then you are issued a document that is specifically identified as a temporary resident permit to come to Canada. And TRPs are only issued in very exceptional circumstances, and it is totally at the discretion of the processing officer. A TRP may be cancelled at any time. And if you're inadmissible to Canada, your family members, including your, that is your spouse, common law partner, and dependent children who are traveling with you are also inadmissible. So, they could be issued or they may not be issued an initial TRP if you don't receive one. And it depends on the officer. If the officer feels, that that it is justified under the circumstances or the compelling situation of for yourself or your family members to remain in Canada, each of your family members will be given their own temporary resident permit, and they are each temporary resident permit holders in their own right as individuals. And once again, this is not an indefinite permit that allows you to stay in Canada indefinitely. It is issued for a few months to a few years. It depends on your situation and the officer who will issue this. And you must take care of your obligations because it is a document that has been issued as a, because of your circumstances as an exception, even though you were inadmissible. So IRCC, that is Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, permitted your entry despite of your inadmissibility. So it's very important to recognize that and understand that you will have to abide by the laws of Canada. And you must take any action that is required to resolve your inadmissibility, whatever that caused the inadmissibility, what process, what steps you need to take to resolve your inadmissibility, you must do so. And you must leave or request another TRP. If your TRP is expiring within a month or 2 months, you will have to leave at the end, or you apply for another one within time. So once you receive, what is the benefit here is that once you receive a TRP, as a TRP holder, you and your family members can apply for a study permit. You could also apply for a work permit. And but these two applications, each of these applications is to be submitted is a different application. Study permit application is going to be the study permit application. Work permit application will be a work permit application. And for the TRP, you have another application that is not connected to the work permit or the study permit. It is independent. So you have to understand this, and you can consult with a professional who can guide you, as to what you can do about it and how to submit this application. You can do it yourself too, but if you have issues, then definitely I would highly recommend that do take consultation from somebody who knows about the subject. And if your TRP is kind of expiring, then like I said, you need to apply for a new one, or you need to leave Canada. But if you're applying for a study permit or a work permit, your TRP must be valid for 6 months or more than that. So in these circumstances, because you will be able to utilize your time while studying or working, whatever that best fits your situation. So again, where do you apply for? How do you apply for the TRP? It depends on your situation, where you're located at the time when you're planning to apply for the TRP. You could apply through with your ETA. If you are from a visa-exempt country, you could apply for a visitor visa, or you could apply, if you're in Canada, you apply to change conditions, extend your stay, or remain in Canada as a visitor or a temporary resident permit holder. And the form is IMM 5708. And with either of these, whatever that is applicable in your circumstance, you must provide a detailed information, about your situation, why you're inadmissible, and why you must be allowed to stay in Canada. What are the circumstances, why you are needed to be in Canada? And based on your information, the officer is going to decide. It is totally at his her discretion as to allow you to stay in Canada or come to Canada with a TRP. So explain with each documents, and the fee for this application is $229.77. These are Canadian dollars, and are to be paid online along with your application. So if you have any other questions regarding TRP, or you need some professional assistance, definitely book a consultation with me. I am very happy to help you. And please do not forget to like and share my videos. Thank you.